AI can provide more information users need, when and where they need it. In his book, Onward, How Starbucks Fought for Its Life Without Losing Its Soul, former CEO of Starbucks Howard Schultz writes how Starbucks evolved millions of people's relationships with coffee from what they drank to where and when they drank it. Similarly, the shift from what information customers need to when and where they need it has been a key to Google's success, enabled by solutions like Google Pixel, Google Home, Google Translate, and Google Search. Google has important competitive advantages, with more information to draw from to provide more information users need, when and where they need it, but many of us may be puzzled by what it means to be AI first. In fact, it is not always clear what is meant by AI. We interpret AI first as though we ought to literally become solution first without knowing why. What's more is that we conceptualize an abstract, idealized solution that we place before problems and customers without fully considering whether it is wise to do so, whether the hype is true, or how solution centricity impacts our business. For example, I've seen firsthand business-minded people try to define artificial intelligence, thereby needlessly and inversely creating external goals for problem solving. I've seen business-minded people debate and contemplate if some arbitrary solution was real enough to be considered AI. However, your solution does not need external goals not granted to it by the problem it solves in order to be real. This is a type of concept creep where we expand our conceptualization of a solution to include things it does not have, or demand things of our solutions they do not need for problem solving. As founder and managing director at the office of the CTO at Google, Will Granis has told me, being AI first really means doing AI last. To me, this makes sense, because anytime we set out to do something, we always have to do something else first. After all, if being AI first literally means solution first, then we lack problem-specific information required to even know anything about the right solution. We will also lack customer or market-relevant direction and will fail to align strategy with the business. To craft a relevant strategy, a business should construct those statements as problem, customer, or market-focused, not solution-focused. Ultimately, solution-focused AI strategies are too abstract to be useful for most of us. After all, how do you evaluate a solution that cannot be measured positively against your problem, customer, and business? The business of a solution is not a business until after it has been evaluated positively against a problem. That is, a solution is not real because it has a name that includes intelligence. A solution is only a solution after it solves a problem. Problems are only real problems when they have been evaluated positively by a customer, thereby aligning with the business. A problem is only a business problem if it has been shown to be important to a customer. Rarely is something as abstract as intelligence important to business, because it is rarely important to customers. Successful ventures start with a problem and a group of people who are unwilling or unable to solve that problem and therefore exist as potential customers. Consequently, businesses need to focus on solving problems and ultimately finding consumers within the context of problems, not within the context of solutions. We must reject the notion that we can find consumers within the context of a solution without a problem. Besides, every company is a technology company, and every company is a software company. Companies both large and small will have access to an arbitrary amount of data and at least some artificial intelligence or similar technology. The comprehensive understanding of problems is a competitive advantage, if not the biggest, and maybe only advantage. To be sure, solutions have never been better, largely because of technologies like machine learning, ML. In addition to being better, solutions have never been more accessible, facilitated by open-source projects. But solutions are never just one thing. Rather, they are numerous, varied, imperfect, and certainly have not replaced problems or rendered problem-solving obsolete. Although we should generally seek better solutions, our collective goal is to evaluate better in terms of problem-solving, with problem-specific information and progress toward a business goal, not some abstract value of intelligence or a vague goal of artificial intelligence. Understanding such complicated technology in order to create the right alignment requires four things.